So cans, I very rarely use cans anymore. With the can opener, I do have a can opener, but I do struggle to kind of get the grip to get it to attach properly.
And I mean that with this, probably would not happen.
I have a tube that you can get these. I can't use these because I can't hold on to them and do that. But then this is meant to open cans. And it's really good. You don't have to keep your finger on it. So I would choose this. And I give this one the thumbs up. Once I work out how to use it. The only thing is you're left with a sharp edge, but you can be careful with it.
Trying to puncture the tin lid and with the can opener, with the no strength in my right hand, it's just hard to coordinate. So again, you know, with people with arthritis, big major headache, MS people, so I would not buy that product.
This is not easy, I'll be honest, because I do have to put a bit of pressure, and what I find that this is the difficult thing because I've got to grasp hold of it. Yeah, so I can actually feel quite a bit of pain doing that because it's not easy to open. So that's about as far as I can go without it, yeah. And then you've got the cutting, which is not very helpful.
I can avoid it at times. I've ripped the pouring off. I've had no choice. I've had to wait for someone to assist, or it's taken up to 20 minutes to actually open a tin. And, you know, considerations such as cuts is a huge one, and that's happened to me before. I would choose that. I would actually set myself up in terms of having cloth underneath and making sure I was set up. I also have a implement called a J-pull, and I would use that to assist. Some that lip is, again, there's a bit of a textural difference, so you can at least get your finger underneath that to open, but it is complex because you can break a nail and, worse still, or, using a knife or a spoon is just another layer on,
With a can, I'd probably get a spoon or something, a knife, and try to lift up that. Yeah. Or just get my electric can opener. Yeah, I can't do that.
What I found with ring pulls, if I pull the tab up and then really bend it back as far as I can, this is probably going to be more spillage. Try and hold the can. And these ones I've got to be really careful of with the can lid, the tin lid, cutting our fingers. So I've done that more than once. I've got the spillage again. So what I would probably do is, in my case, I would probably unload some of that sugar syrup and just make it easier to pull the can off without the spillies aspect. I just got to cut myself if I pull it too hard.
Like I would buy a ring pull because I can use a knife to get the ring up, but that's dangerous. And the reason I know that because I hold the can here in this hand with the knife up and I've stabbed myself.
These ones, I do buy these containers often, and they are the bane of my existence because I cannot get that open. So this is another one where, you know, you just don't really have, well, I've actually managed to get that one, but the brand that I often buy is much smaller, and I end up stabbing with a knife.
This. I've done it, but it's taken a little bit of force, and I presume it's got the extra layer, which I find very challenging. I would, again, doesn't have to find tags, so I'd probably end up getting a knife to do that.
I've also got an electric jar opener, so sometimes I try to get that out. And this is probably one of the times that if I really wanted some fruit, I'd do that. Because at the moment, I just can't do it.
And that I wouldn't be able to open unless I had that machine down there to open it. Even with this having grippy things in it to help. And then inside it also has they have these, and they're harder to open than these.
These ones, yeah, that one's actually not too bad. I think because it's a little bit bigger, I don't have to worry so much.
These are, again, they look good, but it depends on the product. That one is quite easy because of the flimsy packaging, though I'd consider that it would spill if I put force on it to open. So, but I've opened that.
This one looks like a kid's puree, and I haven't figured these out yet. So I've probably go near the neck. I had to clear personal arthritis, these things. It's bad enough a stroke, but boy. My grandkids eat these like they go to the fashion, so it must be easy. More spillies.
These are my absolute nemesis. I like that is not going to work for me. That always goes to the teeth, or I just end up stabbing it with a knife to open it.
This is, I find these very hard to open. Just getting the grip right to actually open it, and I'd struggle to open that. So.
Okay, fruit products. Don't foresee a lot of spillage here. So this has got a tab, and it's probably one of those ones that's super glued onto the things and more spillage. I would probably just half open that and spoon it out and do that. So if I go any further, I'm just going to tip it over and spill it.
Oh, sugar. Yeah. Food on the floor. Food on the table.
And a knife, so I just wouldn't buy those products. Or I had someone can you open this for me?
That is amazing. How good is that? Gives you a really great purchase to be able to pull. Yeah, that's perfect. I wish they all came with that. That's really good.
Again, it's got the ridges on the side, which gives me a little bit more grip. And I've opened it.
So SBC, you've got this tactile version of it. It's a longer tab and tactile, so it's a little bit perforations on the side of it. And the ones I've used before, it's a fairly simple solution. The glue is minimal. And really easy to remove the lid. Well done, SBC. It's a fantastic design. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Why was that so easy?